Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Neighborhood Picks. Hit that like button, subscribe. Fantasy Football's here. Today, I want to talk about probably one of the most important things that go on through the leagues. It's the backup running back. Uh, we used to call them handcuffs, but nowadays, more and more, you're seeing teams with almost 50-50 splits in the backfield. Probably the best example of that would be Denver with Gordon and Williams, the young kid Williams. They're so close that I don't even know which one you would really call the backup. So uh, we have to be aware there's only a couple teams these days with a bell cow, and they don't all have even competent backups. So we really got to pay attention to that. Last year in the 2021 regular season, we only had 7 guys out of 32 teams. Only 7 running backs hit 1,000 yards rushing. That's low. So I want to go over the best backup running backs that I like on the premise of what I've already seen on an NFL field. I'm speculating this year, but on facts of things I've seen with my own eyeballs, not just stats, and we're going to weave it in. And I got them ranked too because there's some interesting ones. And these can make or break our league. So starting off, the first thing I thought about, like before I even looked at anything or researched, I thought about Green Bay. I love Aaron Jones. He's a great back. Aaron Rodgers just lost 2 great receivers. Well, he lost a great receiver with Devontae Adams, but Valdez-Scantling, I don't know if people know this, he runs like a 4.37. He was a good receiver, and Aaron Rodgers lost his receivers. I have a feeling they're going to rely heavy on the running game, and A.J. Dillon just doesn't play if Aaron Jones is hurt. That's why he's not, you can't even say he's a handcuff. He's a useful back. He's a second-string running back. Aaron Jones is the first, but it wouldn't hurt to have him on your roster. So we got to be aware of stuff like that. Now, we got Dillon. What was his stats on last year? Was he in the top 50 in rushing? Yeah, he was top 20 in rushing. He had 803 yards, Dillon, and 4.3 a carry. He didn't even have 200 carries. A.J. Dillon, 187 carries, 803 yards, 4.3 a carry. That's really nice. So A.J. Dillon is probably right up there as one of the top second-string running backs you can get. Second, we got Dallas, one of my favorites, Tony Pollard. Zeke has been steadily on the decline the last couple of years. There's no other way to say it. Let's be honest. I mean, he came into the league like a ball of fire. I feel like Zeke hit his prime at Ohio State. I remember that last game he played at Ohio State where he had like 300-something rushing yards. That was like the best I ever seen. He doesn't look like that now. He's a thick kid. I don't know what kind of shape he's in. Got a lot of money. So Zeke, very rarely in the NFL do you see a guy going this way and then all of a sudden go back that way. So I'm seeing Tony Pollard ascend. Tony Pollard looked really good last year. Good running back. Good running back. He's explosive. He's very fast. And we don't know what's going to happen with Zeke, but I don't think Tony Pollard is just going to have a role if Zeke goes down. Tony Pollard's going to be in the plans this year. That's why you got to look at him too. Even though you think of Zeke as this top 10 running back, don't ignore Tony Pollard. I got him second as my best second running back on a team. Now, third, you can't ignore Cleveland Hunt, but I always factor in the team. Cleveland, they might be bad this year. Deshaun Watson, he's not going to play for 3 months. He's going to be suspended. Nick Chubb is the best. He's one of the best. And Kareem Hunt used to be one of the best, but I don't know what his role is going to be, how much that team's going to be able to score. You got to think of things like that. Green Bay and Dallas are supposed to be good, but Cleveland, the jury's out. So I like Kareem Hunt as the second-string running back with skill, but I don't know. He could be one of those guys that doesn't produce fantasy-wise this year. I don't know. But he's got to be ranked there. You can't ignore him. Now, Miami, a lot of things going down in Miami. If you haven't been paying attention, they got a whole new team. In their backfield, now we know they got Tyreek Hill and Waddle. They're the 2 fastest receivers with Tua. Now, their running backs, they got Chase Edmonds out from the Cardinals, but the guy who they just signed as their backup running back happens to be one of my favorite running backs in the whole NFL. I love him. Mostert from the 49ers. He got dinged up last year. 2 years ago, he was running crazy. Last year, he was running crazy. He's super fast. When he's healthy, I know that's a big if, but this kid Mostert, my ears perked up like a German Shepherd first time I saw him. Great running back. He's in Miami. A lot of speed on the field. Chase Edmonds is the number one, but if they're both 100% healthy, you're going to see big things from Raheem Mostert in Miami. Don't forget about Raheem Mostert. So those are 4 right there. We got Dylan, Pollard, Kareem Hunt, Mostert. Now, who's a back that's one of the best backs every year? He's going to go in the top 10 this year. He's going to go in everybody's first round. He puts up a whole season's worth of stats, but he only played last year 13 games. He missed 4 games. All right, that's not so bad for him. Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook had almost 1,200 yards, 250 carries on 13 games. To put that into perspective, Denver's backs, Gordon and Williams, had 200 each in 17 games. Dalvin Cook had 250 in 13, and he still averaged 4.7 a carry. He's a horse, but he goes down a lot. And 23-year-old last year, this season, he'll be 24 when the season starts. I saw Madison, the backup from Minnesota, show me a little something just to the eyeball. I think if something happens to Dalvin Cook or he misses an extended period of time, I think Madison is a live one. You got it. Now, if Cook ever does go down, everybody will be throwing in their bids to get him. We all know that, so it's not a surprise. But it's just the health of Dalvin Cook. That's more of a guesser. That's not a guy like you really go for in the beginning in a draft. I wouldn't. But like Dylan, I would. Pollard, I would. Mostert, I might. Maybe a little late. You never know. But moving on. Let's get to this. Ready? These are my last 2. And one's like an enigma. Kansas City. Who was more hyped like 3 years ago whenever he was a rookie than Clyde Edwards-Helaire? I never forgot. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I think they opened the season on a Sunday or a Thursday or Sunday or Monday night. It was a night game. CEH, the rookie running back. He had his first game with the Chiefs. He had like 140 yards on the ground. And then like his whole career has been like he's been getting dinged up. Nothing to note. Nothing of note. So Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the number 1 running back on the Chiefs. Rebuilt. They don't have the receivers that they used to. Kelsey's 34. Valdez-Scantlin's there. Cheetah's gone. Tyreek Hill. So now, okay, you're going to give the ball to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. You might run a little bit more, but who's the backup on Kansas City now? Well, remember before playoff Lenny happened for the Bucs? Before Leonard Fournette came to the Bucs, Ronald Jones was running really good. He was one of my favorite young running backs in the NFL. Playoff Lenny came around, and they went to him more, and Ronald Jones was kind of forgotten. Well, Andy Reid picked him up. Ronald Jones is right now the backup running back going into camp on the Chiefs to I'm always fucking hurt Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So, to me, I'm going to have my antennas on Ronald Jones. He's still young. He's a damn good running back. He doesn't have much miles. He's never been really hurt. He's not coming back off anything. So, he could be a factor. And when you're down in the red zone, who are you going to give it to? Edwards-Helaire or Ronald Jones? I might give it to he might be the goal line back too. So, keep an eye on Ronald Jones. So, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't give you too much. The last one's an enigma. He's not the backup running back on this team, but he's not even really a running back, and he's had the weirdest career I've ever seen. The weirdest. Cornell Patterson. He exploded last year. He played 8 seasons on the Vikings. They couldn't figure out how to use him. He went to the Falcons last year. He was a receiver his whole life. Now he's the running back. They got him all over the place, and he put up a lot of yards last year. I don't know exactly how many. I don't see him. Patterson. He had 618 yards, played 16 games, and he had receptions. He does it all. He was a fantasy giant last year. So Cordell Patterson, they'll probably have him listed as an RB and a wide receiver. So if he could, I don't know. See, when a guy is okay for 8 years and then he does that, you have to speculate on these other guys and think of who could blow up. I know what Mostert could do. What if Edmonds goes down right away and Mostert's healthy? You're getting 1,200 from him. So we'll see. Cordell Patterson, can he repeat that? But I don't know. These are my favorite under-the-radar backup running backs for this season. where there's already established number ones on that team, but these backups are coming up just as good, or they have a chance to be just as good. So we're gonna do all kinds of lists. These are the running back number twos, and this is Neighborhood Picks. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.